Okay, everybody, it's me, Bobcat922. Now, I had stated that there was going to be some first impressions. This is the third one. We did Snowball Earth and Demons. Those two probably are my favorites so far. Those two are the ones that, I can see being an 8, 8.5, and the season. They got the better ratings. This one, not so much. This one's weird. Very weird. Okay. Now, the thing about this series is it's not based on a manga. It's based on a visual novel. Basically, sort of like a Fate Stay Night kind of thing. Because Fate Stay Night is a visual novel. Excuse me. Basically a game where you make choices for the character. That hope is. So, show's called Needygirl, Overdose. Now, at the moment, I didn't know exactly what this was about. But then I looked it up. And it's based on the 2022 visual novel Needy Streamer Overload. Now, here's the thing about adapting visual novels. Very tricky. It's very tricky and very haphazardly. Because with manga and light novels, you're structured. You have a real formatted structure. You have, with manga, you have panels. With light novels, you got text. The character's going through, blah, 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 blah. You have that. With visual novels, you have scenes. And this series is not very good. I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt because of the context. And listen, the context is fucked up. It's really fucked up. You take a look at the freaking disclaimer. Drug use, alcohol use, sexual violence. There is. For like episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, I was like, oh. But here's the problem. You don't know what the fuck's going on. This series is trying to be like the Monogatari series. Which, like I said, here's the problem. You know what the fuck's going on. Because they're going all over the place. From my understanding, they're focusing on two specific things. This character called, her name is Kache. And they're focusing on this OMG kawaii angel person. Who happens to be this other girl. Who plays as her. Because if you don't understand what this show's about, Needygirl Overdose, the synopsis is as follows. In a world where likes are currency and every viewer is a judge, OMG Kawaii Angel, also known as K-Angel, is determined to become the ultimate internet angel. Yet beneath her pastel smile and lively streams, there's more than meets the eye. So basically, this character, if I'm seeing this correctly, Machia, is, I believe, supposed to be... No, it's not. I thought it was. My bad. Well, OMG Kawaii Angel and these other three characters who are led by this girl calling herself Lollipop seem to be the main characters of the series, to an extent. But the problem is this. The anime goes like this. It goes like 1,000,000 miles an hour. In one episode, we're talking about this girl Kasha. And the next episode, we're talking about the girl who plays OMG Kawaii Angel. And they go back and forth. Back and forth. And they have this weird animation style, which is like Monogatari. And listen, the context and the suspenseful backstory of these characters is fucked up. There's some, not rape, but sexual violence involved, and drugs and alcohol and all that other stuff. But the problem is this. This show is not really doing it for me. Like I said, I really wanted to like this and say, oh yeah, this is great, this is great. And it has its moments, but it goes through events like back and forth. Well, like we see backstory of Kasha, then we see backstory of Kawaii Angel, what she went through. She attacked her mother or some shit. It gets really insane. People jumping off buildings. Honestly, for the benefit of the doubt, I would probably give this a 7.5 out of 10. But the problem is that the anime, whoever did the anime, listen, animation looks good, but you guys are going way, I don't know where you're going with this. Sounds like, it's the whole business of showing people their lives and how fucked up they are and how everything is depressing. And episode 5 was just basically a concert, and we get see Kasha. She's getting new clothes. They're having a concert. The Lollipop Girl. It just seems like it's all over the place. And it's very... Like, here's the thing. Dorohedoro does do that, where it has fuck-up imagery and scenes that are very illusional, with illusions and dreamlike sequences, but it makes sense. Here, we keep going back and forth. Each episode's about someone else, and it's completely useless. And I'm like, what's going on here? Kasha broke up with her boyfriend. Oh, he had a small I'm like, what is this? But I personally believe this didn't deserve an anime. This they should have just left alone. Not every visual novel needs to be an anime. Okay. But this series is I'm giving it a 7.5 only because the visuals are good and interesting, but it doesn't drive me. There's no plot. There's no story. The story is we're getting introduced to, and this is the problem. When you make something like a visual novel and you adapt it, there are different paths that the player makes. So the animation, the animators, and the person who follows the story is just going back and forth. They're not sticking to one thing, so it's very confusing. Like I said, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because the animation's good to an extent. 7.5. It's probably not going to change. I'll watch the rest, but it's probably going to be the same crap. And it's so, you know what it's like? It's like they show you trauma for certain characters in the series, and that's it. Like, look at this person. She beat up on her mother and did drugs and alcohol, and they left school. And it's all depressing too. Like, okay, so what are you trying to say? Fucked up future? Okay, very very strange. But that's all I got for you guys for this one. It's not. It's. And another thing about all else, it's very confusing. It's very confusing because you get introduced to the kawaii angel. You introduce this girl and her group, the Lollipop Girl, and this girl here who isn't in a band, but she is continuously being thrust into the plot, cachet. And I'm like, you're not part of the band, and how do you know this band? And it's like that's like saying, oh, here's this character who knows some band, like Baby Metal or something, and she knows them, and she's in the movie. So it's a random passerby, but I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. 7.5. I think this is probably at least a 7. The whole series, if once it finishes, because it's got some good animation, but nothing else. Nothing else. All right, man. That's all I got for you guys. Balcut I-22. I'll see if I can do Mal first impressions. I don't know if I'll be able to do it this week. It's my day off, so I just wanted to chill. So that's all I got for you guys. I'll see you guys later.